Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of QuestScape. Today I did Death Plateau on old school Runescape only, as I had already finished it on my Runescape 3 account. It was a pretty decent quest, pretty short and sweet. I didn't really know anything about the lore of Burthorpe before, so it was interesting to learn about it. But anyways, you start off by talking to the commander Den Ulith. The setup is pretty simple. Burthorpe is under attack by trolls, and our job is to try to find an alternative route to where their camp is, because their main route is too heavily guarded for the Burthorpe troops. Additionally, somebody lost the combination key for their equipment room, so we have to recover that and unlock the door to their equipment. I think you can do either of these objectives in whatever order you want. I decided to do the equipment room first, though. So I tried to investigate where I need to go to find the combination. I ended up talking to the chef in the Burthorpe castle and had a woefully awkward conversation with her. Turns out I'm about as good as flirting in real life as my Runescape character is. Ended up having to go upstairs and talk to the head servant, who told you that the guard who lost the combination is currently staying at a nearby inn. So I went over and talked to him. Boy oh boy was this part of the quest a little bit annoying. I knew that you had to give him a beer in order to loosen him up, but apparently Den Ulith again in order to actually trigger the next step in the quest, so I ended up wasting a bunch of the beer. I'm trying to give it to him beforehand. It took me a little while to realize that you had to go talk to the commander first. Once you get the appropriate amount of drinks in him though, he'll want to gamble with you. I thought that this was kind of a cool mini-game that they put in, where you have to bet money on the dice rolls. If you bet and win enough, though, he doesn't have enough money to pay you, so he scribbles out an IOU real fast, which ends up being on the back of the supposedly lost combination key answer. Well, with that in hand, it's time to go back to the main Burthorpe castle, where you can now solve the puzzle there in order to open up the equipment room door. The puzzle ended up being pretty easy. It was just a basic little logic puzzle, putting the balls in the right order. Nothing super fancy. If you go upstairs in the equipment room, there's an archer that tells you that he's so happy that you were able to rescue him by opening the door, that he'd been stuck up there for a whole day. Appreciate the little details like that. Throughout this quest, I was having some inventory management issues, because the required items for the quest take up essentially your entire inventory space. And then you also have to pick up certain specific items throughout the quest, like the balls. So that was one of the little annoying things about the quest, was having to run between the bank and the rest of the quest. With the door unlocked, now the only objective was to find the secret passage into the troll hideout. The NPCs in the area ended up being pretty much fucking useless in helping me find where I actually needed to go for this, so I just had to explore on my own. Thankfully, this wasn't too cryptic. You ended up finding a cave a little bit outside of town with a hermit inside of it who tells you that there's a Sherpa nearby. I like the hermits. He had a unique music track there, and I just kind of like the layout of his room. And fairly close to his cave is where the Sherpa is located. His area was absolutely cute. I would totally live in his house. He had a nice farming patch and chickens nearby. In order for the Sherpa to agree to help you to find where the secret passage is, he asked you to first give him a whole bunch of food for the winter, and to go repair his boots with some spikes in order to be able to climb mountains better. The amount of food he asked for was a lot. I mean, it's 10 loaves of bread and 10 cooked trout, but he says that that's to help him survive the winter. Now, I don't know about you, but that'll last me like 3 fucking days or something. So, winters must be pretty short in RuneScape. In order to fix his boots, though, you gotta go talk to the blacksmith in town, and he has another task for you. He wants you to help his son enlist into the Imperial Army, and you basically get to go blackmail the commander into accepting him. Doesn't take too much effort. After that, you get your fixed boots, and you go back to the Sherpa and turn everything into him. He'll give you a map of where the secret passageway is. Unfortunately, you can't read this map, so you still gotta figure out where exactly to go, so he didn't actually fucking help you, like, at all. Spoiler alert, the secret passageway is just right next to his house. You have to climb over his fence. You walk down that path just for a few seconds, and the game will tell you to go back to the commander and report in that you found where he needs to go. And that's the end of the quest. There's some decent rewards. You get a little bit of attack experience and the ability to make claws, which I guess is cool. Maybe I'll make use of that when I train my smithing in the future. Overall, this was a pretty decent quest. It was short, and it expanded my own lore knowledge on an area of the map that I've been to a lot. The whole giving the guard the beer was a little bit frustrating, so I definitely will have to knock a point or two off, as well as the inventory management, but I'd say this is like a 7 out of 10. Short and sweet, just as I like it. Thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts on this quest yourself, please leave them in the comments below. I always make sure to read and comment to all the ones that people leave me, so it's the reason why I'm making these videos. Hope you have a great day.